Hello friends, welcome back. I hope you're all doing great. In today's exciting video, we're going to explore three fascinating U.S. coins. The 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar, the 1967 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar, and the 1989 D Washington quarter dollar. We'll uncover their complete history, beautiful design, mint details, specifications, mintage, rare error varieties, collector value, grading, and many interesting facts that every coin enthusiast should know. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced coin collector, this video will help you better understand what makes these Washington quarters so special and why collectors continue to search for them today. So friends, sit back, relax, and enjoy this exciting coin journey with us. If you love rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon so you never miss our latest coin videos. Now, without further delay, let's begin our amazing journey into the world of the 1965 no-mint mark, 1967 no-mint mark, and 1989 D Washington quarter dollar. Welcome! Today we are taking an in-depth look at the fascinating 1989 D Washington quarter dollar. Whether you are a beginner who has just found this coin in your pocket change, or an experienced numismatist searching for valuable modern quarters, this complete guide will help you understand every important detail about the 1989 D quarter. We will explore its history, design, specifications, mintage, mint mark, errors, grading, collectible value, and many interesting facts that make this coin an important part of American coin collecting. The 1989 D Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark found on the obverse of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. It belongs to the long-running Washington quarter series that first entered circulation in 1932. Originally issued to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the design became so popular that it remained the standard quarter-dollar design for decades before the state quarters program began in 1999. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Above his portrait appears the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left. The date 1989 appears below the portrait, and the D mint mark confirms that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The reverse displays the classic heraldic eagle designed by John Flanagan. The eagle stands proudly with its wings spread while resting on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing military strength and national defense. Two olive branches beneath the arrows represent peace. Around the upper edge of the reverse is the inscription, United States of America, while the denomination quarter dollar appears below. Above the eagle is the national motto, EPLURIBUSUNUM, meaning out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the American states. The 1989 D quarter was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Each coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.75 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with 119 reeds. These specifications have remained nearly unchanged for circulating Washington quarters since 1965. The Denver Mint produced well over 800 million quarters dated 1989, making the coin relatively common in circulation today. Because of its high mintage, most circulated examples are worth only face value. However, brilliant uncirculated coins with strong luster, sharp details, and minimal contact marks are popular among collectors assembling high-grade Washington quarter sets. Certified mint state examples graded MS66, MS67, and above become much scarcer and can command significantly higher prices in the collector market. Although the 1989 D quarter is not considered rare in ordinary grades, it remains an important collectible because it represents the closing years of the classic Washington quarter design before the introduction of the state quarters program. Many collectors enjoy searching through bank rolls and circulation to find high-quality examples with attractive surfaces and strong strikes. Reply with Part 2, and I'll continue the next section of the full 8,000-word article covering the Denver Mint, production process, design details, and mintage history. The next up top 2 in today's detailed episode, we are taking an in-depth look at the 1965 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark, one of the most historically significant modern American coins ever produced. At first glance, this coin may seem like an ordinary quarter that many people have carried in their pockets, but it represents a major turning point in the history of United States coinage. The year 1965 marked the beginning of an entirely new era for American circulating coins, as the United States Mint ended the production of 90% silver quarters and introduced the copper-nickel clad composition that is still used today. Because of this historic transition, the 1965 Washington quarter remains an essential coin for collectors, historians, and anyone interested in American numismatics. The obverse of the 1965 Washington quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Across the top of the coin appears the word liberty, representing the nation's commitment to freedom and democracy. To the left of Washington's portrait is the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the date 1965 appears below the bust. Unlike many earlier and later quarters, this coin carries no mint mark, regardless of whether it was struck in Philadelphia or Denver. This unusual feature resulted from a temporary decision by the United States Mint to remove mint marks from all circulating coins between 1965 and 1967 in an effort to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. As a result, every genuine 1965 Washington quarter was struck without a mint mark, making the absence of a mint mark completely normal rather than an error. The reverse of the coin continues the classic design introduced in 1932. It displays a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide while standing on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing the nation's strength and readiness to defend itself. Beneath the arrows are two olive branches, representing peace and hope. Around the upper rim appears United States of America, while EPLURIBUSUNUM is placed above the eagle. At the bottom is the denomination quarter dollar. This iconic reverse remained in use until the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, making it one of the longest-running reverse designs in American coin history. The year 1965 occupies a special place in United States coinage because of the passage of the Coinage Act of 1965. During the early 1960s, the rising market price of silver caused the metal value of circulating silver coins to approach and sometimes exceed their face value. As a result, many people began saving silver coins instead of spending them, creating severe coin shortages throughout the country. To solve this problem, Congress authorized the United States Mint to eliminate silver from the dime and quarter while reducing the silver content of the half dollar. Beginning in 1965, quarters were produced with a copper core sandwiched between two outer layers of copper-nickel, creating the clad composition that continues to be used today. The 1965 Washington quarter weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of approximately 1.75 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with 119 reeds. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. This composition gives the coin its familiar silver-colored appearance while significantly reducing production costs and eliminating dependence on silver bullion. Because of this major change, The 1965 quarter represents the first year of the modern clad Washington quarter series and remains one of the most historically important transition coins in American numismatics. The next up top three today, we are taking an in-depth look at the 1967 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark, one of the most important coins of the modern United States coinage era. Although millions of Americans used this coin in everyday commerce during the late 1960s, it remains an important collectible because it was produced during a unique period in U.S. mint history when mint marks were intentionally removed from circulating coins. Whether you have recently discovered a 1967 quarter in your change, inherited a collection, or simply want to learn more about this historic coin, this comprehensive guide will explain everything you need to know about its history, design, specifications, rarity, errors, grading, and collector value. The obverse of the 1967 Washington quarter features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, created by sculptor John Flanagan. Across the top of the coin appears the word liberty, representing the ideals of freedom upon which the nation was founded. To the left of Washington's portrait is the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the date 1967 is displayed below the bust. One of the most distinctive characteristics of this coin is the complete absence of a mint mark. Unlike most other Washington quarters, the 1967 issue was intentionally struck without any mint mark, regardless of whether it was produced in Philadelphia or Denver. This was not a mint error, but a deliberate decision by the United States Mint during the nationwide coin shortage of the mid-1960s. Officials believed that removing mint marks would discourage collectors from hoarding newly issued coins and help improve the circulation of coinage throughout the country. The reverse of the coin displays the classic heraldic eagle designed by John Flanagan. The eagle stands proudly with its wings fully extended while resting upon a bundle of arrows, symbolizing the nation's military strength and readiness to defend its freedom. Beneath the arrows are two graceful olive branches representing peace. Around the upper edge of the reverse is the inscription, United States of America, while the Latin motto, E Pluribus Unum, appears above the eagle. At the bottom is the denomination, quarter dollar. This timeless reverse design served the nation from 1932 until it was replaced in 1999 by the state quarters program, making it one of the longest-running and most recognizable coin designs in American history. The 1967 Washington quarter belongs to the first generation of clad United States quarters introduced after the Coinage Act of 1965. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, but increasing silver prices caused people to hoard silver coins, creating severe shortages in circulation. To solve this problem, Congress authorized a new copper-nickel clad composition. Beginning in 1965, the quarter was manufactured with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. This change allowed the United States Mint to produce durable, attractive coins without relying on costly silver. The 1967 issue, therefore, represents one of the earliest examples of the modern clad quarter that continues to circulate today. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of approximately 1.75 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with 119 reeds. Its copper-nickel outer layers give it the familiar silver-colored appearance, while the visible copper edge can often be seen from the side. Although millions of examples entered circulation, finding coins with sharp strikes, bright original mint luster, and very few contact marks has become increasingly difficult because most were heavily used in commerce over many decades. As a result, high-grade uncirculated examples are significantly more desirable among collectors than worn circulated pieces.